Let me hear the last chord. Just play it and hold it. Last chord, Irish tune. We've got a few parts missing, but we'll make it do. Okay, here's the thing. If I say organ release, how many know what I'm talking about? A few. Okay, if I say score order release, how many know what I'm talking about? There we go. Yeah, I know Dr. Moss, where'd she go? Oh, I don't know why I was. Dr. Moss uses the term score order release. I call it an organ release because if you ever seen a big pipe organ, the largest pipes are 32 feet long. When that organist lets go of that pedal and the keys, it doesn't stop immediately. The longer, the bigger the pipe, the more it resonates after the initial air is cut off. Shorter pipes stop. And I'd like to see if we can do that. So we're going to release, and the interval between when the high voices release and the low voices release is very short. And I want you to think like if you're a soprano voice or an alto voice or a tenor voice or a bass voice, I'm going to give you one of these. Sopranos, you're the first finger. Altos, sorry. You're the middle finger. Yeah, poetic. And then the ring finger for the tenor and for the bass. Tuba and low reeds, the pinky. Okay, so let's try it. We're just going to hold that last note and I'll give you that release. And if we do it right, we're going to hear it come back to us from the back of that hall. It's going to be very cool. So just pianissimo, or piano, here it is. Did you hear the low voice is the last thing to let go? That was very good. That was a very good first try. Do it again. Yeah. Now, when we get to that, let's do that. Okay, woodwinds. I want to hear your entrance. What the heck bar was that? 33. 33. Now, I want you to do something, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. You have to watch. What's it say at 33? Does it say first speed or something like that? Yeah. You know what that means? That's Klingon for watch the director, okay? Everything means watch the director. Okay. So here we go. I'll give you another chance. I'll just give you one. One. Wanting that lift there, and I don't think we got it. Let's try it again. Maybe I didn't give it clearly, and somebody will probably point it out to me any second now. So let's try it again. Here it is again. Ready, now, one.
Would you characterize that as a lift or as a gap? Yeah.
I'm going for lift.
Okay.
But it's not.
What I heard was a gap.
Yeah.
And I heard a gap because you actually did a cutoff.
Yeah, I didn't need to do that.
Is there something else that you can do that would, maybe in between a cutoff and nothing at all, that might give you?
I can only think maybe a little click kind of thing, or maybe an extra ictus or something.
Yeah, can I borrow your phone for a second? Sure. So, and we saw this a little bit earlier, if you do kind of if you stop yourself just in mid-stroke coming up and then resume, okay, it will give you just that little bit of daylight. Da-dee-dee-dum. And sometimes I find, again, it helps me as a conductor if I breathe in that spot. Just a quick little, and again, there's this sense of lift that goes along with that that usually will pull the group with you. So just a tiny little breath right there where you want that daylight.
Okay.
Just try it.
Try it again. Same people, same place. Ready, now, one.
I'll ask you, is that better?
I felt it was better, and it was better for them. It still wasn't quite solid, but
Okay, why don't you ask them what they think?
what do you think? Better?
One thing you might do, instead of varying with the left hand, say the left hand for that uniqueness within the phrase. Because you're moving with the left hand.
Okay, I got you.
If you can do that, and then because that new visual stimulus will probably make
All right.
it the way you want.
Yeah. So you hear that? Okay, here we go. Again, ready? Now, 1. Okay, remember that. That was pretty good that time, I thought. What do you think? Okay, all right. We'll do that when we do the run through. All right, brass and other folks at the beginning. I want to try this. This is really non-standard. You have these big long phrase marks, right? I don't want to breathe there unless there's a rest. I want to carry over. I don't want these ensemble releases. I want to see if we can do that. And it's going to be tough. We only got about 30 winds going here. If we were a symphonic band with multiple people playing the same part, we could divide breathing and all this stuff. But it's going to be tough. But I want to see if we can sustain across these phrases. All right, so let's try it. This is the beginning. This is everybody that's in. Upper left. What's your dynamic? What is it? Forte. Yeah, forte. Only them, forte. Okay? Everybody else has what?
Mezzo piano.
Yeah, some of y'all have mezzo piano.
Okay,
It's
so
not-
I've got a dynamic question for you.
What's that?
The opening of this piece, what is the dynamic activity there?
Well, it's everybody pianissimo. Almost. No, I'm sorry. Low voice melody is mezzo forte.
And what happens to that mezzo forte dynamic? Keep looking at your score.
It has a swell in it.
Yeah, and were you doing anything to show that swell?
No, probably not.
And it's exactly like what you were just pointing out to them.
Okay.
Those guys have a dynamic activity that the rest of the group doesn't have.
Okay.
So if I'm that smart aleck musician that Dr. Belser always refers
he
to,
is. He's
it's
there.
like, well, wait a second, he's pointing out to us that we're missing that dynamic, and he totally ignored the fact that that melody is supposed to swell and come back and do that again in the next phrase, right?
Okay.
But I didn't see anything from you that recognized that at all.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
So that's my smart aleck contribution.
Duly noted.
Try to get from the top.
Beginning? All right. Upper left.
Give them the love. Give them some love. That melody is great. See, I'm a euphonium player, so that's on this.
Okay.
this.
Okay.
And as lovely as the top of your head is, I don't think that's what they want to see, okay?
Probably a
So,
bit of glare from-
I suspect you know this piece pretty well. So the challenge here, I want you to start there at 17, and don't look down at all until you've gotten past this climax, okay?
Okay.
All right? So,
try that.
eye contact.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm going to add one thing, that is the only reason I think that they played that forte, that dynamic event, as you called it, was because you told them to do it. There was nothing in what you showed them.
I didn't sell it.
Yeah, and the thing that you can do, it's all about contrast, right? So what's happening just before it, it comes down, and you actually did a nice left-hand gesture here, right? And then you go into it, right?
Yeah.
Big-
I was actually
big breath.
thinking, I was thinking when we got there, I was about to say, save it for later, because, there's a big one coming up.
Well, you can't have it both ways, man.
Okay. Let me say
Do you want
something
him to play it? Do you want him to play it forte?
Yeah, I wanted to play it, but I didn't.
I think these guys.
I've been sitting in front of those guys. And they can unwind those horns when they want to. And I just wanted to save the climax, save the moment. But y'all are doing fine. I'm sorry.
Let's do it again. Let's do
We're
it
gonna
again.
do it
You're
again.
doing great, man.
Wait,
You're doing
17?
great. You're doing great.
I tried to keep them last time to get through once. You really have a nice flow. I think you should be unafraid to try to get slow.
I'm trying to. I'm working mostly vertically, like you told me. I'm trying to get
Just
this.
even like the old Steve Martin thing, get slow.
Everybody gets small.
Just because they'll focus, you've got their attention, so you can get down to the 4-inch square. They will focus to make that difference. We have to overact a little bit to get those things to happen. So be unafraid.
And you got to look at them while you're doing it.
Okay.
I mean, just one last comment before you go on. When Bill was up here before, he was telling me how, when he went through this before, how much you were loving the music, how
Oh,
much
yeah.
you were enjoying it. I couldn't tell that from watching you, okay? Because you were down like this, and there was very little that I saw here, so as much as you were enjoying it, I couldn't tell it.
Okay.
Okay, so if you're feeling that way, let your musicians in on that, okay?
The little kid in here is jumping up and down. But... All right, 17. I'm sorry, 17. That's right. I'm sorry, I should have told you that.
But I know it could be better yet.
Oh, yeah.
Because you looked down like a half a dozen times. Now you caught yourself, and it's just habit. I want you to do this again and go just that far.
Same thing? Okay. 17.
Let's just see what happens.
Yeah.
I'll bring it back, I promise.
I'm so glad you guys are here, because this is going to look really silly. Okay, 17. Here it is. And 1.
did it without saying it. You gave them permission to play what they know is on the page. Because your gestures, your face, your body posture gave them permission. And then you enhanced that, what they were doing, you rewarded that with a smile, with your eyes. That was pretty well done. So what you know when you did that, by looking at it when you stole the score for you, what that did for them, it gave them, okay, we can make music.
Yeah, because it wasn't just that you weren't looking down. Your whole posture and demeanor changed. I don't even know if you realized it, but
I believe you.
suddenly you're up, the shoulders are back, you're looking, I mean, all sorts of things are starting to happen because you're allowing that, okay? So take those chances. It's always worth it.
Okay. How much time's left?
Couple more minutes, 2 more minutes.
2 more minutes. Okay, want to run it? Let's run it. I was going to try one more thing.
Yeah, I like
I got you guys. I don't need that thing.
One more time for the full piece. Do you want to do the end?
Okay, let's pick a spot. Actually, while I'm finding this, what I was thinking, there's places there and there where you got accents under the slur and you got dots under the slur, and they're at the same time, and it's kind of freaky what Granger was doing there, and we talked about that. If you've got the accents, a little more obvious what you do, accent under a slur, a little, and those of you who have that are doing it. But if you got the dots, I hear y'all trying to accent, and what you want to be doing is kind of a D tongue. Whatever works on your instrument, be it a da 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 or do 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 or d d d, whatever, but some kind of gentle D tongue in there. Okay. The last iteration. 49. And I like to do the bit. Go ahead. That's fine. Did not mean to interrupt. But I like to do this on these fermatas. You ever listen to the old orchestra recordings and stuff? Somebody was talking about George Zell earlier, but Zell, Bernstein, all those guys, when they come to fermata at the end, if you ever notice, they always hold the thing for 6 counts. Does anybody else ever notice that?
That was the rule for many years.
It was. I just thought it was coincidence. Yeah, whatever the last tempo, 6 bars, or 6 counts. So as you think about 6 counts as you come down to the end of one of these things. Anyway, thank you. That was great.